Half a day, welcome to the Weekend Edition. I'm Adriana Cotero. Glad you could join us. Just rocks, that's how an archaeologist is describing alleged artifacts found at the Outrigger Hotel. As we reported, the story gained social media traction after a video was posted by activist Helon San Nicolas. San Nicolas alleged the objects were ancient Chamorro artifacts that were being disrespected by the hotel because they were found in a pile partially covered with sand. But now, 4 months later, the State Historic Preservation Office says an investigation into the objects has been completed. And the findings are that the objects are not authentic Chamorro artifacts. State archaeologist John Mark Joseph says former state archaeologist Vic April conducted the investigation. We asked him how April is describing the objects found at Outrigger.
And he said that they were not actual artifacts, they were just rocks from different areas, but they were not from the Outrigger.
April conducted the assessment and SHPO staff confirmed the alleged putut or miniature lasang had traces of concrete. April also concluded that the bowl of the object was caused by water erosion.
Also went to a geologist to look at the ones. He said he could not find any cultural features on those which would, indicate that there were different napping or what would be taking off surfaces on the artifacts that would look like man had manipulated them.
As per SHPO protocols, April was hired by the Outrigger to conduct the assessment. A final report is yet to be issued, but Joseph said he doesn't anticipate any change in information before the release of that report. The objects in question have been returned to their owner, Ed Cruz. Cruz had said the objects were, quote, natural formed rocks. And the number of theft-related crimes are on the rise. That is according to the Guam Police Department's 2018 centric report. Here's more.
Theft in general was pretty much where we're seeing the high volumes.
High volumes of larceny that includes home invasion thefts and motor vehicle thefts, according to the Guam Police Department's citizen-centric report from last year. The number of larceny-related crimes has nearly doubled.
A lot of the reports that have come in to the Guam Police Department from the community was thefts that occurred at homes. Burglaries, which is now classified as home invasions.
From 2015 to 2018, crime as a whole has decreased. However, since 2017, aggravated assault reports have increased from 229 to 401. As for the most significant decline, GPD spokesperson Sergeant Paul Tapau said it was in robbery-related reports.
We were able to, again, make an effectuated arrest relative to these cases. So we saw a downtick with the robbery cases. And again, it really can be attributed to our proactive approach.
In order to prevent the petty thefts, a proactive approach can also be taken by the community, says Tapau.
A lot of these motor vehicle thefts can actually be prevented by really just securing your doors to your cars and not placing just taking the precautionary measures in securing your vehicles.
The citizen-centric report allows the department to identify where they need to incorporate more resources and generate an approach to address these issues. GPD is still working in the challenge of recruitment. However, according to Tapau, there are 30 officers ready to graduate in March.
The chief has started the process of hiring, screening and processing other officers to include our civilian support employees. So we're going to bolster that much effort into the department to help us really combat and hopefully by 2019 CCR report comes out, we should see, we're hoping that we will see a decrease in crimes.
Hiring more personnel is one solution. GPD said they plan to have 3 cycles in line. 4 individuals are currently being assessed for the electronic monitoring devices by the Probation Services Division. This program was implemented on August 1st. The devices can be used in medium and high-risk situations as an alternative to incarceration, allowing defendants to avoid going to the Department of Corrections as a pretrial condition.
It's an important thing for all of us in terms of monitoring and also to reduce costs at the Department of Corrections as well. At this point, in the first 4 or 5 maybe, there's still a lot more room to go. Obviously for us, it's about them utilizing it, working with attorneys and the court to make the request on behalf of their clients.
Attorneys are to file on behalf of their clients. Then once filed, it must be accepted by the court with final discretion from the judge. The Guam Environmental Health Lab, otherwise known as the Mosquito Lab, was constructed in 2016. The Department of Public Health took us on a tour of the facility as they are currently performing screenings for dengue virus.
When we go out into the field, we collect mosquitoes, whether they be adult mosquitoes, larvae, pupae, or eggs. We bring them all here and we process them, whether they're for a routine surveillance or a dengue response or any mosquito-borne disease response.
The Guam Environmental Health Mosquito Lab Operations Supervisor Claire Barati explains the procedure of screening mosquitoes. Recently, it's been in response to dengue virus. To date, Guam has 7 confirmed locally acquired cases of the disease. As a result, the Guam Environmental Health technicians are retrieving samples from the fields and bringing them to the mosquito lab to perform tests. There are a variety of traps being used for surveillance. According to Barati, the technicians are out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, collecting adult and larvae mosquitoes. The primary trap used to collect adult mosquitoes are the BG2 Centennial.
This trap is equipped with a motor, a battery that's inside. The battery, when it's on, it pushes this down. It creates a negative pressure, and it pushes this down so that mosquitoes go inside.
As for the larvae, oviposit traps capture the eggs. Once collected and brought into the lab, the live adult mosquito samples are processed or killed by way of freezing them for at least 2 hours. As for the larvae, they are tended to and grow at the lab. Claire says they have a 30% hatch rate and essentially go through an entire life cycle. After processing, the mosquitoes are identified. However, confirmatory tests are done off-island by CDC to ensure the results are correct. As they continue to respond to dengue virus on Guam, the Division of Environmental Health are focusing on containment and management.
We at Division of Environmental Health, we implement what's called integrated mosquito management. So it's not a single focus, but a multi-pronged approach. So we do source reduction, like elimination of the breeding sites. Okay, we do education, we do surveillance, and of course we do control.
Once accurate results are in, the mosquito is placed in the repository. This is a collection of the various mosquito species found on Guam. According to the Joint Information Center, as of Thursday, September 26th, there are no new confirmed cases. The mosquito lab was constructed in 2016. You can view the entire tour of the lab on our Facebook page. A bill to make the Office of Homeland Security a permanent agency within the government of Guam drew the support of Homeland Security professionals past and present. The office was created by executive order by former Governor Felix Camacho. The legislation by Senator Will Castro makes the current Office of Homeland Security and Civil Defense an executive branch line agency. It adds a new division of cybersecurity, which current Homeland Security Advisor Tim Ogden supports. He says it should also add infrastructure security to the mix.
You don't have to stay at the table if you'd like to return to your seats. The division should include the ability to combat emerging threats to our networks and critical infrastructure. I also suggest the committee ensure that there is no conflict between the intent of this section and the underlying mission of the Office of Technology. At a minimum, our two entities should work in tandem and collaboration with one another with the goal of cybersecurity protection for all of Guam.
The bill would also reestablish the Office of Civil Defense as the Guam Emergency Management Agency. It would also establish the Guam Emergency Management Advisory Council. After months without a quorum, the Charter School Council held its first meeting recently. The council is the governing body for charter schools on Guam, and at the meeting, board leadership was voted on. Chair Jesse Cuenca will lead the board with Vice Chair Evangeline Cepeda, Secretary Yuka Oguma, and Treasurer Jennifer Sanchez rounding out other leadership positions. Cuenca says the council has work to do and will start by unpacking changes to the charter schools budgeting process.
The budget law had put into place certain procedures for how schools can request for their invoices. This will be the first time that DOE has been separated from charter schools and their review process. So I think for us, we'd like to take a look at what our standard operating procedures will be moving forward and how we can continue to support charter schools.
Kenya also says accreditation issues will also be dealt with by the board. Guhan Academy Charter School did not attain accreditation for its secondary program within 5 years of its formation, but its charter was renewed by the last council, even though Guam law clearly states that the schools who do not get accredited within 5 years lose their charters. GACS was fully funded by the legislature for fiscal year 2020.
We're going to do a look at the law and kind of help refresh a lot of the new council members what the requirements are. I think related to accreditation, we are interested and invested in ensuring that our schools are accredited so that the students obtaining an education in charter schools know that that's quality education.
Education Chair Vice Speaker Talina Nelson's Bill 107 was signed into law, and that extends to 6 years the time a charter school is given to get accredited. For the first time starting on October 1st, charter schools' budgets and organizational processes will be separated from DOE. Last year, over the summer, firefighters at Station 1 worked on a creative and patriotic DIY project, an American flag made from upcycled fire hose. Joan Ogden-Charfaris has more on the latest completed project.
At the Tamuning Fire Station, proudly affixed to the outside wall above the fire engine and ambulance, is the Guam flag and the American flag. Fire Lieutenant Manny Leon Guerrero, who has been with GFD for about 27 years, says it all started when B Platoon made the U.S. flag about a year ago, after a crew member saw a similar project done at a firehouse stateside. Leon Guerrero jokingly said that his crew A Platoon would take care of the Guam flag.
It took us some time to try to design it. We wanted to do some justice with the Guam flag.
Over the course of 3 months, his crew worked together in between runs and training to complete the project. What makes the DIY project really unique is the fact that out-of-service fire hoses were used.
Both flags are made out of unserviceable fire hose. This last grass fire season, we had a pretty decent amount of runs in regards to grass fires. So we had a lot of damaged hose that we collected just from the northern stations, and then we used it to make this.
Leon Guerrero says that the project was a labor of love.
We first did the background, and then we did the colors. My daughter picked out all the colors for us, thankfully, and then little at a time we just kept going till we started seeing some progress.
The finished project gives the firefighters a sense of pride.
To all the firefighters here at Tamuning Fire Station, everybody chipped in, not just our platoon, and not just, it's for all the firefighters in general here on Guam. Anything that we do, we're always trying to do our best in what we do at work, and then also too in representing the colors that we bear.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Joan Ogden-Charfaris.
The efforts for the plebiscite continue, however, Guam's voice can be counted, literally. And to help get a full count, interested educators in all schools, public, private, and charter, are being recruited to help with next year's decennial census. The U.S. Census Bureau seeks ambassadors to help educate pre-K through 12th grade students about the significant impact of a complete census count, as on our dependency on federal funding and programs. Efforts will be carried out locally, headed by the partnership between the 2020 Census of Guam and the Bureau of Statistics and Plans. The program is designed to be engaging and provides ambassadors with educational materials about the 2020 census. To sign up or for more information, call Robert Clark at 777-8575. Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we have trend spotting, and still to come, the Guam Crime Stoppers Report.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
I'm Ruby Santos. I'm from the beautiful southern village of Umatic. One of the things that we take pride in is promoting Guam through our music, through our original compositions of songs. Here on Guam, what makes us different is our people. When we can extend that Hafaday spirit of being sincere, being genuine, being truthful, being honest, that's all part of our Hafaday spirit. The hospitality, our hearts, the genuine friendships and connections that we establish, it's all from the heart, and they can feel it. The Hafaday Pledge is something that should be taught also to our children. I think when you plant that seed in them, they'll understand it at an early age how important it is to be hospitable, to receive and embrace not only our own culture, but to embrace the other cultures around us. We are all one people.
Hafaday, I'm in the club.
Hafaday, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Hafaday, I'm in the club.
Half a day, hungry drivers. Are you spending more time on the road? Shell has teamed up with Wendy's so you can buy fuel and eat free. Just fuel up 7 gallons at any Shell station and get a coupon for a Wendy's cheeseburger or chicken nuggets. Or use 2 coupons to redeem a Wendy's cheeseburger meal with fries and a drink. Fuel up at Shell today because this deal won't last long. Quality service, fuel and food from Shell and Wendy's.
With confirmed cases of dengue fever on Guam, here's some tips from the Department of Public Health on how you can fight the bite. First, you should understand that dengue fever is non-communicable, which means an infected person can't spread it to another person. Dengue fever is transmitted by the bite of an infected mosquito. So the best way to fight the bite is prevention by eliminating areas that are prone to attracting mosquitoes or areas where they might breed, such as near or in standing water. This includes buckets or tires, any sort of container, and even toys that may be outside and collecting water. Turn them over and clean them out. To keep mosquitoes from entering your home, Public Health recommends installing screens on windows. A 20/20 or 20 by 30 mesh is recommended. If you have a leaky faucet or toilet valve, fix it. If you have an indoor pet, make sure their water bowls and dishes are clean. Change out the water. Now the same goes for vases. And if you plan on going outside, it's a good idea to use insect repellent. These are just some tips from Public Health to fight the bite. For more information, go to KUAM.com.
This message is brought to you by the KUAM Care Force.
Hafa day, everyone. I'm Cami Aguirola, and welcome back to another episode of Trend Spotting. Here are the topics that had you talking this week, starting with the Jotnya mayor. The mayor of Jotnya has been indicted. The case was unsealed in federal court on Tuesday, and the federal indictment accuses the Jotnya mayor of accepting bribes for a mailbox so that a confidential informant posing as a drug trafficker could smuggle in drugs. The informant was identified only as Brenda. Blas also allegedly offered to sell a second mailbox in Jotnya to the informant and her purported drug trafficking co-conspirators in exchange for $15,000. The alleged crimes occurred between November 2018 to July 2019. The court concluded that based on his connections to local law enforcement officers that he was a danger to the community and ordered that he be detained. Trial was set for December 2nd. For now, the Mayor's Council of Guam has tasked Executive Director Angel Sablan to oversee operations at the Jotnya Mayor's office. Here are some of your reactions to the mayor's arrest. At Camacho.96950 said, "Don't mess with the mail system. Sometimes people never learn from those that have gotten caught. Strong message to those that think you can get away with smuggling drugs through the USPS, even on Guam." One Facebook user, Erica Lawrence, said, "Everyone interviewed has given the same response. Shocked. I can't say that I am. I don't know the Jotnya mayor. What I do know is that nowadays it takes a bit more than a glance at someone to see the difference between a hardworking stand-up guy and an everyday con or tweaker. Sometimes they're the same person." Another Facebook fan, Maria Titano, said, "Nobody is above the law. Unacceptable. Everyone involved should be held accountable for their actions. This government is so corrupted." Imagine walking into a public restroom and finding a gun inside. KUAM News received this viewer-submitted picture of a firearm left inside a restroom stall at the Guam International Airport Authority. Guam Customs and Quarantine confirms the gun that was found on Tuesday belongs to one of its officers. An internal investigation has been launched, and the officer has been placed on administrative duties pending its completion. Customs Director Ike Pareto says the incident is unfortunate and realizes the impact it may have had. More so, he is grateful the firearm was found and was secured when it was, and no one was injured as a result. Many of our followers expressed their thoughts on this incident. On Facebook, Joey PM said, "There are certain things that warrant immediate termination. This is one of them. Forgetfulness is not an excuse for incompetence." Another Facebook fan, Frank J. Cadena, said, "An officer should never ever lose control of his handgun. No excuses. 30-day suspension and place him back on work on 6-month probation. There are 2 types of mistakes, a mistake of the heart and a mistake of the mind. A mistake of the mind can be easily corrected. A mistake of the heart, like theft or abuse of office, is a termination. Good luck to the officer, a valuable lesson learned." A contestant with ties to Guam received a 4-chair turn on The Voice. Fans extended their support and congratulations to Shane Kitachai, also known as Shane Q, on Facebook. Congratulations, Shane Kitachai, on making it past the blind auditions. You can continue to support him and watch The Voice on NBC at 7 p.m. KUAM TV8 every Tuesday and Wednesday. Trench Challenge is this Sunday, September 29th. Team KUAM and UNO would like to thank our followers for sending in their challenge videos. So remember to check out Trench Challenge this weekend at the Jigo Raceway.
I want to acknowledge our men and women, to the first responders, to our men and women who serve. I know that you're here to run a race, but you got to keep running your race for the rest of your life. Once you cross that finish line, do you believe it's over? You need to focus on what you need to do now. You got to push harder than you ever pushed. It's your life, it's your time, it's your moment. We are all brothers and sisters in battle. You are going into the trenches right now. You are about to face challenges beyond challenges beyond challenges. You better man up, you better woman up. This is the time. If you're feeling like you're weak and you feel you're in a dark place, rise up, get it done, and conduct your business. So I'm gonna say to all of my Guamanians, stand tall and be recognized.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're gonna be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're gonna be here. We're your hometown carrier. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
The phone you want now on the best network and a plan that gives you endless data on chat, social, and music apps. Tell your Docomo Pacific rep you want now with access. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
Humanities Guahan presents Eat Your Heritage 4, Fiestan Salu Salu, celebrating the flavors of Guam and the Philippines. With acclaimed guest chefs, Joe Ong, featured in Manila's Best Kept Restaurant Secrets, and Mylene Valdez, celebrated pastry artist and chocolatier. In collaboration with Guam's Peter Duenas, Mirko Augustini, Angelo Laxon, Paul Kerner, and Jasmine Nadras. Join us Saturday, October 5th at the Hyatt Regency Guam for an interpretive dinner event to benefit Humanities Guahan. Celebrate Filipino food traditions, explore important relationships between Guam and Philippine history and culture through sustainable culinary delights. Purchase your tickets at Humanities Guahan or online at www.eatyourheritageguam.eventbrite.com. Fiestan Salu Salu events will also include a community talk with our shared history, a pastry workshop with Chef Mylene Valdez, a chef's talk with Joe Ong, and workshops around the island with Guam students. Learn about Guam's natural resources and unique heritage, and about the connections between food, culture, and the environment. Humanities Guahan is a non-profit organization. For more information, call 472-4461. A special thank you to our sponsors. Celebrate the flavors of Guam and the Philippines.
On Monday, September 23rd, officers from the Hagåtña Precinct Command entertained a robbery complaint that occurred on Route 10, Nanas Court in Barrigada. Prelim police reports suggest that around 8 a.m., the victim secured from work at the House of Liberty Game Room in Barrigada and then offered a ride to an unknown male who was a customer from the establishment. While in transit, the male suspect reached over and grabbed the victim, forcing the victim to pull over. During the course of the struggle, the suspect was able to take the victim's wallet and fled towards Nanas Court. The victim only described the suspect as being possibly local.
If you have any information about this case, please call the Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP or text 688-STOP. You can also visit our webpage at www.guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615-6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
It is the spirit within us, our soul, our essence that drives us to seek a better way, to create beauty and enrich the senses, to inspire fulfilling lives, to be at one with our earth and protect those who we love. Only by taking on challenges do we change the world for the better.
Join us in saluting those making strides and serving in our armed forces every Tuesday on the KUAM News Instagram account. These weekly posts round up profiles of Guamanians receiving accolades in the armed forces, those stationed on Guam making a difference in our community, and veterans being recognized for their service. Presented by Future Smiles Orthodontics. Build a brighter future with a brighter smile.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
On Saturday the 28th, happy birthday wishes going out to Mark Curtis Guerrero. Wishing you only the best today on your birthday and always. We love you now and forever. Say mom, dad, your siblings, nieces and nephews, and all your many friends and family. It is birthday number 11 to Gina Timenglow. May you be blessed with lots of love and happiness. We love you always. Say your mom, dad, and your sisters Justice, Janisa, and Jasara. And on September 29th, happy birthday number 12 to Dion Babauta from Dad and Auntie Tammy and your siblings and all the Babauta family. And happy birthday to KUM's very own Byron Rodriguez. Byron, we hope you have a wonderful day. We're very happy to have you as a part of our family, and we hope you get a brand new Star Wars shirt. Again.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. That's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe weekend.
KUAM TV 8, your home for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games.
Half a day
I'm Chef Peter Dueñas of Mezcla Restaurants, and you're watching Food Obsession.
We just arrived in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we're here to compete in the Great American Seafood Cook-Off. I'm here with a bunch of chefs. I got Chef Leland Fang, Chef Ray DeSala, got Chef J.R. Taga, and I got the Guam Barbecue Master, Joe Okada from the Guam Barbecue Company. And while we're here, we're also hoping to try out some of the good local hot spots of Cajun cuisine. Stay tuned. Just got checked into our hotel. We're at a place called Mulat's. It's our first night here, and we gotta do it Cajun style. Cool guys. Red beans and rice.
Stop soaking here.
Everything looks good at the moment.
Frog legs. Looks like a chicken wing.
Wow, what's this?
Alligator.
Anybody want to try?
The red beans and rice with the smoked sausage is excellent. What a great way to start our journey here in New Orleans. Some frog legs, some alligator, some gumbo, some A2.